Like, I could talk to Kylie Jenner like she was a fucking sis. Addison Rae, fucking stomp on my face. Like, I don't spit on me, punch me in the fucking throat. I don't care. Like, disrespect my family. I don't care.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Gin and Toxic. That's the vibe for today.
I panicked.
Listen, guys, we're always on some shit, but today we're really on some shit because we're going on vacation tomorrow morning.
Christina is scaring me.
Yeah, I've been singing a lot of
Millie shit.
Would you even classify that as singing? What I was doing? No. Oh, he's coming off way too pushy.
How did he think he was getting this pussy?
He like his bitch is psychotic. Sit on his face and explain why I'm toxic.
She goes, Oh my god. R.I.P. headphone users. Flo Millie shit. Oh shit. I blew a mic. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. That was my bad. I blew the mic. 30 seconds in.
30 seconds in, Lily blows the mic. Anyway, so let's get into our toxic thing of the week. We now have a theme song.
Miss Ariana Grande over here.
Toxic thing of the week.
Toxic thing of the week.
If anybody's listening to this and could actually do like a fucking flaming run,
like a little
please
riff.
send us a video of you saying toxic thing of the week.
Funny. You know when in Color Daddy when she goes questions of the week.
Oh yes,
she used to do that at least.
Yeah, they used to do that.
We gotta do that like for toxic. We gotta come up with our own though.
We start taking vocal lessons just so we could go like toxic thing of the week.
Yeah, right.
Period.
What's your toxic thing? Actually, we
listen. Yeah. So our toxic thing of the week is combined, guys.
We're famous.
Yeah. Long story short, we are famous, bitch. Whenever you drink that,
I know. I'm sorry, but they want it's ASMR.
Yeah, Lily's on this ASMR. Here we go again.
At least I'm not doing this. Like, and here we are.
Anyways, we're famous.
Yeah, basically that's our
toxic thing of the week. We're famous.
It's really hard, just like overnight blowing up on TikTok. Like,
yeah, honestly, it makes me like a little bit emotional knowing that I could piss off so many straight white men. And
God damn, straight white men on TikTok are very angry at Christina.
Yeah, they're very angry at me. So basically, the toxic thing of the week is that we blew up on TikTok, but I blew up on TikTok because I said that I only collect men. I don't date them. Lily blew up on TikTok because she said that she got fingered right off the bat with 3 fingers by a man. And then said that she experienced
trauma. Yeah,
that it was traumatic. So we blew. See that? I kind of love that for us. We both blew up.
Very telling. It's very telling of who we are as people, I think.
No, it's actually so telling.
Yeah, like if you want to know the difference between me and Christina blew up for having 12 boyfriends. I blew up for a traumatic sex experience.
Period. We love to see it.
That's all you need to know.
But yeah, guys. So basically, in our last episode, wait, was it even our last? No, it wasn't our last episode. It was the episode before that, not Dog Guy episode. What the fuck was the episode? Oh, the European catch-up episode. It was just like, what the fuck happened? Like while we were gone.
Thought it would be that episode to blow up on TikTok. We had 3 videos, 2 hit 1 million. Over 1 million. They're
both at 1.3, right now, and I don't know what the other ones are.
And then the third one's at like 900,000.
Yeah, exactly. But basically, yeah, from our what the fuck did we, happen while we were in Europe video, whatever. In that podcast episode, wait, what is this? Okay, 814 is what the other one's at. Love it. But anyways, in that episode, we were just like, I don't even know. We were like, that episode was just like a catch-up episode. It was just like stupid, like whatever, fucking around. But there were 2 really funny clips from it, which was the fingering thing where I was like, have you ever had a guy try to fit 3 fingers right off the bat? I was like, have you ever had a guy try to fit 3 fingers? And you said you were like right off the bat. And then I was like, no. Like, Lily's experienced some shit. Yeah. And then I don't even know what Oh, because we were talking about updating, and that's what led into the boyfriends thing.
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh, like, I don't know if I would, like, go on that, whatever.
Yeah, you were like, I'm not dating around. I go, you have 12 boyfriends.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'm not dating around. I'm just collecting, which is so valid of me.
Use the audio.
Yeah, guys, we are trying to make the audio, like, a big thing. So Lily's dying. Oh, and she's banging the mic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But, yeah, no, the audio is incredible. It literally is me just being like, I'm not dating around. I'm just collecting, whatever. Anyways, so the video originally blew up. Both the videos blew up. The dating, not collecting one, though, as of the past, like, day or two, has officially hit what I like to call straight male talk. Because it's literally the TikTok of the straight alpha males who have the most fragile of masculinity.
God, it's just like you are giving micro penis. A guy messaged me on Instagram and was like, I love you girls, but the viral TikToks right now of you guys are so embarrassing. Like you're coming off as such hoes. And he's like always messages me. He's some random guy that listens to the show. And I respond, I go, you're giving micro penis energy. Please kindly unfollow us. And he just like,
oh my God. What does he say about the show? Is he like a fan?
He usually loves it. And I always get, he's like some, I don't know, he looks like he's in like high school or something.
Yeah, no, if you like, listen, you could be a fan of the show and then not like something we say, that's fine. You don't have to like everything that we say. You don't have to agree with everything we say. But to be like, sorry, your TikTok blew up and now you kind of look like a fucking whore.
He was saying it like he was like disappointed in us. I was like, sir, you're
disappointed that we look like whores. Like, what do you think this show is?
Boy, I don't care, and you're giving micro penis.
Like those comments are so funny because we did get a lot of comments of people like being like, oh, she's such a whore, she's such a slut, like she's so loose, like the only thing she's collecting is STDs. Like that's some of the stuff. I got a lot of father comments, which I literally talked to my dad about today. A lot of like, where's her father? Does she not have morals? She definitely doesn't have a father.
Jim is like, I did my best.
Jim is like, Christina, put your pussy into those TikToks. Yeah. Jim's like, go off.
Jim, you're a fucking legend.
Jim is a fucking legend. And actually, when we're recording this, it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Jim and Craig. We love them.
Happy fucking Father's Day
to Jim and Craig.
Yeah, and Alex Cooper.
Jimmy, not Jimmy. Jimmy's my brother. Jim, Craig, and Alex Cooper.
Period. Those are my fucking fathers.
Exactly. Anyways,
I have a few other daddies, but
yeah.
But those are my fathers, and then I have like daddies.
Right.
Completely different.
Fathers versus daddies are very different.
Yeah. Imagine you were fucking a guy and you were like, you are my father. I'm gonna do that actually. Just I'll do it and get back.
We're gonna give it a little test run, little beta test.
little guinea pig.
Little guiney pig moment. Little test
I used
moment.
to hate. Never mind. We're not.
Okay.
We're getting so off.
Anyways, yeah, I was talking to my dad on the phone earlier. Is the point? I was telling him that
he's not disappointed in me.
Yeah, obviously, my dad is like getting. My dad literally was like, if you want, I will record a video of myself, like telling them all to go fuck themselves.
Not Jim. Not that.
Like Jim is 4G and T and all of my toxic behaviors. You guys got to remember, my dad growing up was in a heavy metal rock and roll band. Like, my dad has seen and done some shit. Like...
Jim's body count? Anyway. Also...
Not my dad!
I'm sorry, okay? But also, I feel like, yes, Christina has a lot of boyfriends. Christina has slept with a few men. There are people who fuck, like, 5 different people a week or, like, fuck 2 guys every weekend.
And you know what? That's so fine.
And that's totally fine.
So
but, like,
fine.
You're really not even, like...
And even if I was, yeah. Like,
and even if you were,
cares?
But like people are making it sound like you just said that your body count was like 100.
Yeah. Also, I feel like you have to see that that's like satire. Like, yeah, I say like, oh, like I'm collecting men, I'm collecting boyfriends, and like basically like the boyfriends. I am not literally in 12 committed relationships. Come on, people. Like,
right. And like
some people took it so.
And also, I just love random numbers. Like that's not even 12. Yeah, I just love saying that.
I don't even know how many there is.
I love saying that.
Yeah.
Like I love saying like I'll just. You know, Christina has 27 boyfriends. Like, I'll change the number every time, babe.
Exactly.
27, that was
every
weird.
time. But yeah.
I didn't even think
27 is
about
a lucky number. But yeah, no, fucking, the comments are comments are just
I love when you do that.
Incredible. But long story short, we're TikTok famous now. Those of you.
Long story short, Addison Rae, you're gonna need to step it up.
Yeah, we're coming for your career.
How many times have I said I'm coming for?
I was
Addison
gonna
Rae
say we have said multiple times on the show that we are coming for Addison Rae's
I will
career.
not rest until I make a TikTok with Addison Rae.
We can make it happen somehow through Caitlin Rae.
I'm sure we can.
Caitlin actually, she posted on her
She's
on her
coming to
Instagram
New York for the
story.
Jonas Brothers concert. I don't want to talk about it.
I know, and of course we're leaving for vacation tomorrow morning, so that is quite unfortunate.
I miss Caitlin Rae.
I know,
very
I miss her
much.
too. Chaotic energy, we love her.
I live for her, quite frankly.
We are TikTok famous. Those of you that helped our TikToks blow up, thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, we actually, it's really fucking awesome. Like, you know, you win some, you lose some. And if anything, it fucking, people now know about the show. We got so many, obviously there's like the fucking straight men that are commenting this stupid shit, which
No, but
don't
it's
give a fuck
mostly
about
love
them.
though, which is cool.
Mostly love and mostly like girls, you know, you guys that are being like, holy shit, like I thought this was so funny and I checked out your podcast and now I'm obsessed. Blah, 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 blah,
Did you check the numbers on the last 2 episodes or no?
So actually when our TikTok blew up, I saw an increase in one day that like that particular episode that was up had an increase that day of like 600 listeners, which was really nice. So yeah, obviously we're still like a baby podcast, man. Like whatever.
Little baby. Oh, getting toxic.
No, literally, the show is our child.
Yeah.
Literally.
I birthed it. It came out of my pussy.
Yeah, it straight up came out of Lily's puss.
Mine though.
I'm the father.
Yeah, I'm the mommy.
I'm the father.
Honestly, that is so accurate. If one of us is mommy and one of us is daddy, you're daddy. I'm mommy.
Oh, I'm for sure.
Like I call Christina mommy because she loves putting her cart down. Like that's mommy. But like you're daddy, if anything.
Yeah, daddy of this show, daddy of life.
Happy
Father's Day, everybody.
Happy fucking Father's Day, Christina.
Fucking Father's. Thank you. Finally getting the recognition I deserve as a father.
Period.
Right. All my kids. Literally, sometimes, I swear to God, sometimes I literally view my friends as my own fucking children.
Oh, yeah.
You, Jeff. You, Jeff.
Yeah, so anyway.
Jeff. Paige.
Yo.
Like, y'all are just...
You birthed me.
My fucking kids.
Yeah, you birthed me. We are going on vacation this week, guys. Here's the kicker, right? So...
Here's the kicker.
Christina doesn't know where we're going.
I have no fucking clue.
So basically, we were supposed to go to St. Pete with Mr. St. Pete. Mr. St. Pete sucks. So
Start crying. I'm only kidding. I am. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You know what's so funny is I think I literally either sent you the TikTok or I sent it to Paige, but it was this TikTok and it was like me after like breaking it off with my boyfriend of 3 years, and she was like la, da, 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 and it's like after breaking it off with the guy I spoke to for 2 weeks, and she's like bawling her eyes. I'm like, not that I'm bawling my eyes out, but I'm just bummed.
Salty.
I'm just bummed because it's like I just feel like why wouldn't you? Oh my God, I'm gonna go down a whole spiral. But long story short, I told you guys this. Long story short, here's a long story. Well, no, if you guys don't know what the fuck we're talking about, basically, Mr. St. Pete kind of sort of rejected me.
He's the guy that we met on vacation, if you're really late to the show.
That I was really into, whatever. I confessed my feelings for him, and he didn't tell me no. He just said that he can't do long distance, and that if he was in New York, it would be different. For context, he does not live in New York. He lives in Boston. We've said that before, so I don't think that's like a big thing.
I think I'll go to Boston. Think I'll start a new life.
Think I'll start. No, okay. Anyways, I took it too far. The point is that Boston, New York is not that far, but whatever. The thing
that's besides the point.
Besides the point. No, but it just got me fucked up because I'm like, I can't. He didn't say that he doesn't like me. He just said he can't do.
The potential was there for a good.
No, that's
good
the thing. Yeah, the potential was there for such a good thing, but he's like so hung up on this like long distance thing. And part of me regrets not like digging a little bit more, but at the same time, like I shouldn't have to do that.
You dug a bit.
Not
enough.
really.
Enough. You gave him enough bait for him to bite if he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like still a little bummed about it, guys. Like
bummed about it. I was supposed to go on vacation with him.
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
It's weird because I invited him and his friend that we met in Florida last year on this vacation with us. And his friend was like, hell fucking yeah, send me the fucking link to the flight. I'll buy it right now. Like, let's go. And Mr. St. Pete kind of said the same thing. And then he ended up bailing. So basically, that was like Christina's birthday present was going to be a trip to St. Pete. And then it didn't work out. And I was like, fuck it, let's go somewhere else. So we have a flight tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Christina doesn't know where we're going. It's going to be lit.
Yeah,
so
I just
I'll
know
post
that
a video.
It's tropical.
Yes, I will post a video of us telling her.
I was told to pack and put my pussy into it and just get my bikinis ready and
bring some condoms.
Yeah, condoms especially.
Condoms and bikinis.
Condoms and bikinis is what we need, baby. That's all. But yeah, so we leave tomorrow morning. So we have a lot to do today. Right now we're recording this at it's like 12:30 p.m. and the day is not going to end there. It is going to be a crazy day. But yeah, we're hyped. Because we're just going to get all the damn things done today and then
excited.
We're off.
I literally have never like mentally needed a vacation more, I think, than I do right now.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
No.
I have never needed a vacation more in my life, especially with you and Jeff, like my motherfucking people.
Right.
And like me and Jeff have been friends since high school, but have we gone on a trip together? I don't think we ever really have gone on like a nice vacation together.
This is going to be our third vacation. What the fuck is that?
I'm a little scared. I got this skirt from Pull and Bear. It's like on ASOS and there's rocks in the pocket.
Okay.
That's some Shein shit. They're going back in.
I thought they were like
coming home with
I thought they were crystals.
That would be fucking sick.
That would be a fucking
That would be
sign.
fucking weird. Okay.
That would have been a sign. Anyways though, yeah,
Let's
we're going on
today's
vacation.
episode.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, today we're discussing two things.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a combined thing. We're going to talk about when you break up with someone, the no contact method. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to discuss
being okay, being alone.
Being happy, being alone.
Exactly.
And this is something that we are both going through,
seasoned veterans in.
Fucking seasoned veterans. Motherfucker. And I feel like this kind of works because we just did the hoe phase episode. So we're just talking about single eras.
Yeah. Lately, we've been talking about just living in your
Seems
single
fitting.
era. Right. Both G&T girls, single.
Single Pringles.
Single Pringles.
Yeah. So guys, I'm really sorry. I'm fucking up today. Okay. We're going to start with the no contact rule because this is tea. This is drama. Like, this is a very controversial, and I don't even really know. I feel like I know how I feel about it, but it's so situational. Like, it really just depends on the breakup, the person, why you broke up.
Yeah, but I feel like in general it works.
Oh, it always works.
Yeah.
But like,
well, basically, okay. So, yeah, no, I mean, it always works, but I feel like okay, so long story. Am I okay?
Are you fine?
Am I okay?
We're not really doing, this is not our best work.
Anyways, I feel like the only way that the only reason that maybe you would break a no contact rule is like if there was something very urgent that needs to be spoken about, if you have kids, if you live with each other, something like that. However, I think that you abso-fucking-lutely need to do a no contact when you break up. I do not think you should be talking to your ex-boyfriend when you break up, your ex-girlfriend, whoever. I mean, that's just my personal thought, but I say when you break up, cold turkey, cut it off. Like, that's it. It's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
Like, depending on the situation. But I don't give a flying fuck. Like, that's what's gonna get you through and what's gonna make you comfortable being on your own. If you're like, I have so many fucking friends, luckily none, like, not you and like not like any of my New York friends though.
Oh, that talk to their exes all the time.
Oh,
there's
my
nothing
God.
worse.
And that's why they're fucking in and out and in and out and in and out of these half-ass shitty 50-50 relationships.
Yeah.
Relationships should not be 50-50. They should be 100 people. Okay. Fucking this stupid ass give and take poll, like, bullshit, like the bad type. Like, because they break up and then they decide that they want to fucking lash out and text the other one. I miss you. I really want to talk to you. Blah, blah, blah. And then they talk and then they're back together and then they fuck you and then blah, blah, and then back. Blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah, blah.
messy.
Like, you're never gonna heal yourself.
I feel like I really experienced that it works when you and Martine broke up in January, because that was so like abrupt, and I did not expect him to just, I remember like every week that went by, we were like, are we gonna hear from him?
Yeah.
Like we were literally, both of us, because I never ended up speaking to him ever again, but like we were both waiting, like, is he gonna reach out to either of us? Like, is he gonna check on you? Like, what is gonna be the dynamic from here on out? And it just ended up being a no contact without even saying like, okay, let's not contact each other. It just, that's how it went down.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I low-key knew like I did this both with Martine, and I also did this with Mr. Boyband. I will never forget, it started with Mr. Boyband. I will never fucking forget that we were at the airport. Like, we broke up. We're at the airport. I'm about to go through security to like fly back to New York. And I literally looked him dead in the eye and I said to him, I will not say a single fucking word to you unless if you want to reach out to me, you could do that. You will not hear from me though. I literally said that to him. And so I was like, I knew that we were going to talk eventually, in which we did. A month and a half after the breakup, we had a conversation. But ever since then, like, sure, were there times that I wanted to like reach out, how are you? I miss you, fuck you, like all these things. But like, I just really fucking was adamant about it. I stood my ground, and I was never the one to contact him first, unless like it was like the first year we broke up, like we were broken up for a few months, and then I think like his birthday rolled around or something, and so I was like, happy birthday. But I remember when I texted him happy birthday like months later, that was the first time I ever reached out to him first. He would like reached out to me a few like little times in between. Like, you know when like you first go through a breakup and your fucking ex is texting you like happy 4th of July, like like that type of shit. He actually did text me for 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. What are you doing today? Blah 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 blah. And I was just giving him very short answers because I was like, I don't want to do
I
this.
hate America. This shit is racist. Like, I'm not doing anything. Like,
what do you think?
Like,
do you think I'm having a happy 4th of July?
I'm not putting a firecracker up my fucking asshole.
In COVID too.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July. What are you doing? I don't know. Fucking quarantining?
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? Like,
that's weak.
But yeah, no, it's just, but I think going through no contact helped so much. And actually with Martine, it was good because like, you know, I feel like I said, if you talk to your ex, actually, we have another friend that is going through a little bit of a breakup too, but I was talking to her and I was telling her, like, she asked me, like, do you think...
She certainly needs to do no contact.
Yes. She was like, originally when they first broke up, she was like, do you think that I should, like, text him and, like, check in on him because he's really going through it and be like, hi, like, are you doing okay? And I was like, I'm going to sound harsh, but no.
Yeah, like, maybe the first, like, 2 weeks and then no.
No, not even. I'm sorry. Like, I sound like such a fucking bitch. But, like, I mean, like I said, obviously it's situational, but I just think that, like... If I was fucking, like, when I was going through my long-ass breakup and I was, like, distraught and stuff, I think that if a week or 2 weeks in, if my, like, ex at the time texted me and was like, hey, hope you're doing well, I would start bawling my eyes out. I would go back to square one. Like, I don't care if it was a nice text. I mean, like I said, I sound fucking...
That's true.
That's everybody's
true,
situational.
Actually. I didn't think about that.
But I just, like... Yeah, and actually, you know what's funny is I thought... that I started to feel really good after we broke up, the Mr. Boyband, I started to feel really good after we broke up. And then when he texted me for the first time in a month and a half, that day, I had a complete meltdown and felt like I went all the way back to square one. And actually, it was like 2 days later that I hired a life coach.
Yeah.
Like, I just think no contact is good for multitude of reasons, but the biggest reason is that you need to be doing no contact for yourself, like to help you heal and help you get over. If you're constantly talking to an ex, you're not going to get over them.
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to get over somebody when you're still talking to them fucking every day, every few days, every week? Like, you don't need to do the stupid little half-ass, oh, how are you? Like I said, it's different if you have kids, if you live together, like Lily and her, you know, now ex-boyfriend, they still live together. Like, she's moving out though, but yeah, no. So it's situational, but in general, you should be doing no contact for yourself to help you get through and get over and get used to not having that person every single day. Just tell your stupid shit to. We were saying this earlier, like, the same girl is like going through the breakup. She's like texting me pretending like I'm her fucking boyfriend and everything. And I went through that when me and Martine broke up. I was texting you and Jeff, just like telling you guys my stupid shit throughout the day because I couldn't tell my boyfriend.
And you're not used to being alone yet, so like,
yeah, so you like just now, cling to your
like,
friends,
you
which
still
is
text
fine,
me a lot,
though.
but like, especially when you guys broke up, it was like,
oh yeah,
you were leaning, which is fine, and like I did the
it's
same
good to
thing.
have like friends, a friend or friends to lean on, obviously. And you know what's crazy is when I went through the second breakup, luckily I already had my solid friends, but when I went through my first like long-term breakup, that really solidified like who was actually there for me and who wasn't. And, you know, who I was actually able to lean on, which was crazy, but that's not the point. Anyways, back to what I was saying. No contact is good for, you know, yourself because you need to be able to get over that breakup. Talking to an ex is not going to help you. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you need to check in. Blah, blah, blah. It's all excuses. I think it's bullshit. I'm being so harsh, but I think a lot of, oh, well, I need to check in because of this or because of that or because of this. What about this? No, bullshit. It's an excuse because you want to talk to them. You want anything to make sure your ego is hurt.
Yeah.
Your ego is hurt and your ego naturally tells you like, I need to get this person. Now here's the other side of no contact is you should be doing no contact for yourself. However, no contact does work if you want to get somebody back. A lot of times. Not all the time, but you know.
Yeah, like I was looking up on TikTok before this, like, no contact breakup rule, and there was a lot of people being like, when you went I went no contact with my ex to like get over him and ended up making him like want me back. I get that. I feel like it's a little toxic, like you shouldn't have to go no contact with someone
exactly.
in order. But it kind of depends. Like if something is fresh, like let's say Mr. St. Pete, for example. Something is fresh and then you guys go no contact, 2 weeks go by and then he realizes he missed talking to you, like that's okay.
Usually how it works.
But if a guy, like if you were with someone for a year and they didn't want you and then just going no contact, then they realize they wanted
then they're like, oh shit, I don't have control over her anymore.
Fuck that. That's so toxic.
Exactly.
But I think if it's with a fling or like a guy who's like scared to commit, like that happened that happened to me. Like a guy was scared to commit to me. I ghosted him for a few months and then he came back around. It was too late, but like it works.
Well, that you're proving the point exactly, which is that like it works if you want to get somebody back. But the good thing about it is if they either A, don't come back or they don't come back for a long time, you're spending all that time working on yourself and healing yourself by not speaking to them. That way that when they do roll around, now you have this choice, which is like, you know, do I still even want to be with this person or do I want to do my own thing and meet somebody new or just focus on myself? Like, you know, I fucking obviously, when me and my ex broke up, I was like, for the first few weeks, months, whatever, I was like, damn, like I really want him back, blah, 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 blah. Like I'm doing this no contact. Like I hope he comes back. I hope he realizes. Me and Lily were so fucking baffled. Like
literally every day we were waiting.
Every day we were like waiting for something. But then it was just crazy because what happened during that time is I started to realize more and more about the relationship that maybe I wasn't so like, you know what, this isn't for me. And then we did end up talking. We met up for coffee and we talked and it was a really lovely conversation and we made amends and everything was perfectly fine. He's a great guy. But while we were talking, I was just like, shit, you know what? Like, great guy, but I do now realize that maybe this happened for the right reasons.
Yeah, he wasn't right for you.
Yeah. Like
he was not right for you, babe. I mean, I didn't even see that when you guys were together because I was blind to also how much I loved him as a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
But he wasn't right for you. And I think the
fine.
no contact thing was the only way to
come to those realizations.
Get her done. Yeah.
Yeah, because what if I was texting him even once a week, once every 2 weeks after our breakup, little hi, how are you, blah, 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 all that stuff, it still keeps you like clinged and attached to each other. And you know what, actually too, so the reason that the whole no contact thing works so well is because so many people are like, I feel like a lot of people are like afraid if they go into no contact that the person's gonna like just forget about them. Like, oh well, what if he forgets about me? He's not gonna forget about you. He's not gonna fucking forget about you. He's gonna think you might start forgetting about him or her or you know, whatever, whoever you date.
Yeah.
You might start to forget about them, But usually what happens is if it's the person that, like, you know, broke up with you, rejected you, whatever, like, they're going to start to think about you. You know, now the power's in your hands.
Yeah, I feel like, and also the longer you're together, the harder. I mean, the longer you're together, I think you should still go no contact, but I think it'll happen more gradually. You guys obviously, like, no, I'm going through, if not just like went through a breakup.
Yeah.
We still live together, so I kind of feel like I'm still like going through it. I guess we are broken up, but like I have to see him almost every day, which is really weird. And like I feel like it's a, you know, another point to prove that like if you are having contact with someone, it's hard to get over something. It's more just like because we live together, like we're broken up, and I personally emotionally am moved on, but it's hard to like not think about it and not have stuff come up, and like we literally can't talk for more than like 15 minutes without getting like annoyed or like things come up. Like it's hard. Like even if I go into it, like I'll come home and be like, oh, how was your day? Like it starts good, and then it's like, fuck, we're broken up and miserable and living together.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I see why I was not going to go no contact, because I love him and we have so many mutual friends, and like we've been together for 3.5 years. It's very hard to picture a life where I never speak to him.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't really know how I can speak to him, because a part of me is always going to be like wondering like who he's talking to. Blah, blah, blah. But like if I'm not talking to him, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if I'm just not talking to him, I can't even like mentally go there and care.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. I'm not sure when exactly we're gonna completely like cut each other off.
Yeah, well, you were even like, obviously, like you were saying, like you guys still live together, and the difference though too is it's not like you guys broke up and now you're moving out. Like you're like very emotionally like kind of, I wouldn't say over it, but like checked out.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, obviously Lily knows her situation best, but
yeah, I'm emotionally checked out in some ways, but like I'm still
like you have love for him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Even like he said something recently that was just like pretty much saying that I'm like completely over it, and I don't even like, he's not even like a thought in my mind, and I was like, that couldn't be further from the truth.
No,
like, I was like, if that was true, then I wouldn't have a hard time like living here with you. And like, it's so hard living with you because it's just weird vibes. And like, I'd also like, if I'm moving on, like I don't want to hurt him, and like I still care about his feeling. It's very weird, but like even if we weren't living together and we just like talk sometimes, like I get the no contact thing, because even if you're completely moved on and fine, like contacting them, it hurts them. Like someone is going to get hurt.
Exactly.
Even if it's not going to be you, even if you're the one that broke up with them and you don't even like them, don't contact them. Let them move on.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Do it for them.
That's exactly what I told you.
Yeah.
Like a freaking month and a half went by. I didn't speak to my ex. He hit me up for the first time.
And you crumbled.
And I crumbled. Yeah, exactly. And that was, you know, obviously a lot of people don't really necessarily think, because with these sorts of situations, you do have to be selfish, but also a little bit it depends. Once again, it depends on the situation. Like for me, for you, like very long-term relationship, like we're the type with our significant others at the time that might think twice before we contact them or say something to them that might hurt their feelings, because we're not fucking, you know, with heartless human beings.
I'm not a savage.
Yeah, like, you know, with a person like that, like that's no fucking like fling. Like you spend so much time with them, so much of your, you know, fucking, for you, your early 20s, for me, like my teens into my 20s.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just everything's situational, but
important years of your life.
Yeah, very vital years of your life.
It's also tough. Like now I was talking to my mom about it. Now, like, we have so many mutual friends, and I was like, Mom, like, I'm gonna miss them so much, and like, you know, can I still see them, blah blah blah. My mom was like, you can, but it's gonna fizzle out. Yep. She was like, even if you know, like you both go to the same birthday party or something at some point, like eventually you're gonna have to stop doing that, because one of you is gonna start seeing someone else, and like just out of respect, you know, and like I put myself in his, like vice versa, I wouldn't really want him hanging out with my friends. That caused some issues.
No, exactly. Like when I thought the same exact things when me and Mr. Boy Band broke up. Not so much Martine, because I feel like he was just part of like our friend group. But although I did adore his friends and everything, but I feel like it was a bigger issue for me and Mr. Boy Band, only because every time I would go to LA, I'd be like, oh, like this is my like family here. But it's just crazy because when we broke up, it's very like at the end of the day, you have to remember, like, yes, these people like they care about you. They care about their OG friend.
Yeah, exactly.
More, you know, like,
of
so
course.
I now from that,
which I like, totally get. And
yeah,
it's
from
fine.
that like whole like
that's how it should
period.
be.
Yeah, from that whole period of time, I only speak to like, I mean, I speak to his sister, obviously his little sister, but on a business only level because I manage her still. And he never comes up. And then Kay.
Yeah.
That's it. And even Kay, like, we don't like, we're not like, yeah, exactly. But like, even she like knows that like I just like don't like want to talk about that shit. There's a boundary.
Like, we don't want to talk about it.
But yeah, no, like, you know, you eventually will, you know, when you go through such a significant breakup where you did mesh friend groups and all this, and like you thought you were friends with this person or that person, like it starts to show through the 2-3 months after you guys break up, like who's actually there for you and who's not.
Yeah.
For me, it ended up being that literally nobody, but like nobody out of fucking like 20-30 people was there for me except for maybe 2 people.
So telling.
Yeah.
So telling.
No shit, no tea, but which I get though.
Like I said, didn't know. But like, you know. It's just so weird because you don't know like even like when to start the no contact, like right after the breakup and like I didn't have with this current breakup situation, like we didn't have one night where we sat down and we broke up. It kind of happened over time. Yeah. And then like one day I think we just looked at each other and we were like, this is so far gone. There's nothing we can do anymore. And like obviously we couldn't go no contact because we lived together. But we always like, you know, for weeks now we've been saying like, oh, we're gonna be friends and like you can watch the cat when I'm out of town. But as more and more time goes by, he gets colder and more distant, and I do too. And it's almost out of respect for each other because we don't want to like poke in each other's lives. Yeah. And like even just a few weeks ago, I was like, I don't see, you know, myself never talking to him. But now I'm like, it's not that I don't want to talk to him. Like I love and care about him, but I don't see what any good that it would do. It wouldn't do any good. So.
It wouldn't do any good. It would just like, it would
so
just make
weird.
Things linger.
It's such a weird you know? Thing, and I dude. Like being with someone for that long, it'd be like if I went no contact with you. Like, yeah. It's weird.
Never do that.
No. Ghost Christina.
It literally ghosts one another, and we're like, so are we still recording this week? What's going on?
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like it's very breakups are so fucking hard like
and weird.
Obviously the longer you're together, the harder it is, but like especially when there's so many like good friends involved, like that's what I was really fucked up over for a while. Yeah. Like just the thought of never seeing some people again and like his family and like blah blah blah. But
I think that like
it's a part of life.
Yeah,
and it really sucks.
Yeah,
you just
sorry.
have to accept it.
I'm like
it's okay.
No. I wanted you to finish your sentence. I was just gonna say that I think this is actually talking about that specifically, the friends and the people that you're gonna miss, and you know how it was being in a relationship is like a great segue into being okay with being by yourself.
Yeah.
Because same thing for me, like because. You know, when you go through a breakup, it's also a fucking, you know, you could just like, with the mic, whenever Lily drinks her freaking drink, that's why whenever you see me set my coffee. Addison Rae, Allie New, not the Addison Rae one, but
Addison Rae.
I would have never known.
Have you guys seen her ass?
Y'all seen double cheeked up lately, Addie Rae?
Fucking Caitlin Rae went horseback riding with her. I don't want to talk about it.
Anyways, we're back to Addison Rae.
What I would do to be that horse.
Can Addie ride me?
Bareback.
Okay. Anyways. Sorry guys. Commercial break for Addison Rae.
We're back to love Addison Rae, dude.
Yeah, if Addison Rae has one fan, it's Lily. Like,
If she has none, I'm dead.
Guys, I think I might have talked about this on the show when I met Addison. I went up to her and I said, my co-host is obsessed with your thighs. And she started laughing so hard.
You said her thighs?
Yeah.
Bro, I thought you
mean?
said that I was obsessed with her in general.
Well, yes, in general. And I was like, and she loves your thighs.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
I swear to God.
didn't say that. What the fuck did she say? What did she...
I could have sworn, dude, I swear, go listen to the old episode. I don't know where it is. I could have sworn I said that. Dude, I literally told her.
What did she say?
She started laughing hysterically, and then she was like, oh my God, I actually like kind of hate my thighs. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, they're, I was like, oh my God, this sounds so weird, but like they are beautiful and you are beautiful.
Have you seen the thing on TikTok where guys put a watermelon in between their legs and they crush
it?
I want her to do that to my head.
Right.
Bro, like... Guys.
Sorry, we just needed a sec.
It's dumb thick. Like, she is so fine.
We need somebody. Maybe I'll have Katie do it. Somebody to go back to every single G&T episode.
Maybe we'll have Katie do it.
Maybe I'll have Katie do it. Hey, Katie, babe.
Poor Katie, the new assistant.
Katie. Katie, babe. I'm going to need you to go back to every single G&T episode and let me know the timestamp of every single time Lily has brought up Addison Rae.
Yes. Guys, you guys, can you imagine if like one day we had her on the show, how nervous and uncomfortable I would be?
You would be freaking out.
Dude, I could meet pretty much anyone and be like cool and like, even if I'm a little starstruck, I can really keep it together. And it's weird because we literally have a mutual friend. We were so like if I ever end up in like a situation where we're hanging out with her, you're gonna be looking at me like, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Like I'm gonna be like fucking freaking out. Like
I love how we were like getting really deep about the no contact rule, and then we're like, anyways, I want
Ray's
Addison Rae to crush my head with
like a fucking watermelon. Like I would be way more like that with her than if we were like literally interviewing Kylie Jenner. Like I could talk to Kylie Jenner like she was a fucking sis. Addison Rae, fucking stomp on my face. Like I don't spit on me, punch me in the fucking throat. I don't care. Like disrespect my family. I don't care. I'm so sorry,
Addison, if you're listening.
Once
Lily don't get Lily started in Addison Rae.
Hi, I'm Addison Rae. I'm from LA, Louisiana. That's my favorite.
Oh my God.
She's like so humble and down to earth. No, I'm just kidding.
This is turning into an Addison Rae episode. We talked for 40 straight minutes about no contact, all deep, and then all of a sudden Lily is just right into it. Addison Rae commercial break. We don't do fucking HelloFresh commercial breaks. We do Addison Rae.
This is sponsored by Addison Rae.
G&T sponsored by Addison Rae's existence. Period. We were rambling for a bit, but we did say we were going to talk about this, so we probably should a little bit.
You need to cut some of that out. I mean, like anything that I said that was like beyond vile, you need to cut it out. Okay.
Lily, it's okay. I do that every single episode.
Oh, perfect. I probably say things I don't even remember, and I listen to the episode. I'm like, great.
I keep like the regular G&T file, which is like the the one that ends up going up, the finalized edited one. I also do keep the raw episode files too, which is so fun.
That'll come in handy one day.
One day we will do like G&T uncut, and it'll be like a collection of
to celebrate
shit.
us going on Jimmy Fallon for the first time. We'll do like an uncut,
like a fucking raw.
That's my biggest dream, by the way.
Like as if this fucking
That's my
this
biggest
fucking
dream.
show isn't already rated R. But
I'd rather go on Jimmy Fallon than go to the White House.
Oh my God, absolutely.
I'd rather go on Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon is New York, right? Yes, because Kimmel is LA. I did Kimmel. Well, I didn't. Did I tell you I was on Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes.
For Bryce Vine?
Yes.
It was kind of embarrassing because I was wearing the Balenciaga sock sneakers and you could see it, and I was wearing it with a tube top. It was not my best day. Anyways,
that's so embarrassing.
They paid me like $100 to do it.
Not $100.
It was like, I was like, are you kidding me? I would have done it for free just because I want to fucking go on Jimmy Fallon. Like, who cares?
Not Jimmy Fallon.
I remember it was like such a last minute.
Kimmel.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel. Sorry. It was such a random last minute thing. If you guys look up Bryce Vine's performance of La La Land on Jimmy Kimmel, when he gets to the second verse, you will see me dancing in the background.
That's iconic. Like, Jimmy Fallon is my hero. Like, I met him one time and I literally told him he was my hero. And he was like, okay.
Did I talk? Oh, yeah, we've talked about the times because Kelly Clarkson has her own show, The Kelly Clarkson Show. I would love to go on that shit.
I love The Kelly Clarkson Show. I watch every clip on YouTube. I'm subscribed. I'm obsessed. I've seen every interview because she talks about like real shit. It's so good. Anyway, if Jen and Toxic ever got big enough for us to do stuff like that, I would have a panic attack 4 times a day, but I would love it so much.
I don't think any podcaster has been on those types of shows, have they?
If anyone has, it's like Call Her Daddy. That's it. You know what I mean? Like Alex Cooper or like...
I don't even know if she has, though.
No, I mean, she's been on some big things. She's been like on fucking Forbes and like
fucking duh. Is she Forbes 30 under 30? She probably is.
Yeah.
She has to be.
60 mil, baby.
Exactly. Spotify fucking racking that check. Forbes 30 under 30. Alex Cooper. I'm looking it up. Yep. 30 under 30.
Yeah,
Alex
of course.
Cooper.
That's my mommy. That's my father.
2022.
I'm sure she's celebrating Father's Day today.
Oh my God, is she fucking celebrating? Yeah, she is.
This is her day.
This is literally the day of Alex Cooper. Okay, anyways. Are we ever going to talk about being alone?
No.
Listen, this episode's getting long. We'll elaborate on it a little bit. Let's elaborate a little bit. Okay, what I was going to say, because we were originally talking about friends and all that stuff, and so I was like, okay, this is a great segue into being okay with being alone, because you have a lifestyle change when you go through a breakup. Now, I was telling Lily this before we started recording, that for me, oh, sorry, I thought my doorbell rang. Anyways, for me, when I went through my breakup with my long distance boyfriend, it actually ended up being the breakup was really hard. However, the lifestyle change was not terrible, because I was actually talking to my manager about this, shout out manager Brian, when we broke up, and he was like, realistically, like, you guys being broken up and you now being back in New York, like, how does that change your day-to-day life? And he was like, what do you do? Like, tell me what you do when you wake up. And I was like, from start to finish of your day, what do you do? And I was like, oh, well, like,
none of it involved him.
Yeah, I wake up, I get my coffee, I work, I go to the gym, I, do that. And then I was like, I'll usually, like, FaceTime him before I go to bed. And he's like, yeah, so your day is literally the exact same. Like, you don't live together. You're not like, oh, I'm going to go see my boyfriend. Like, whatever. So that made it, like, I kept reminding myself of that. So that made it, like, easier to start being alone. Obviously, that is not the case for all people, though. Which, obviously my next relationship, that was not the case at all.
Especially because he was like part of our friend group.
Yeah, because he was part of our friend group.
Like,
and
it was weird not having him and stuff.
Yeah, I think like one of the big things about like being okay with being alone is having a really great support system of friends. Like, I tell my parents this all the time, that I'm just like so grateful that I have such an incredible New York City like support system of friends. Like, when I would have been in grippy socks right now if had you not had
this year. If
my god, no, bro. Literally, like, the day me and Martine broke up, like, Lily fucking came over, Jeff was there, everybody's here, Lily slept over like 2 nights, whatever. Like, just having such a solid support system of people that will really help you get through it, and also friends that aren't gonna sugarcoat shit. I feel like that's a really big thing. Like, I never like to sugarcoat. Don't be fucking mean to your friends going through a breakup. However, you don't want to be like, don't worry, he'll come back. Like, if you really don't think he will. Like, I remember texting you, like, when you were starting, you guys didn't break up yet, but you were like, there was a lot going on between you and your ex, and I was kind of just like, hey, like, here's my 2 cents. I love you and I adore him and I still think he's a great guy and I think you're a great girl, but here's the actual situation. And it just kind of like coming to those, like, it's better. Christina was so black and white about, I honestly, I needed that. What it was? Okay, I needed that though, because nobody else was. I feel like you need different types of people in a breakup. You need one person to be like, point blank, this is what's going on, and that was you. Mm-hmm. And then I had Jeff, who had a little bit of a different perspective, but was still there for me in like a different way. Yeah. You know what it was too is with your particular situation, like you guys were together for so long, and me knowing what I know, being in a long-term relationship and then going through a breakup, and you and him were having like your issues and stuff. It was like I already like sensed like how this was gonna go.
Yeah.
And so I was like, here's the thing, like I don't want to be the person that's like, don't make my mistakes, because I think everybody has to make their own mistakes in order to like grow and learn and stuff. And I wouldn't even call them mistakes.
Yeah.
But you know, I just knew what I went through, and I could sense what was about to happen with you, and kind of like the way that you were, where, you know, I'm like, I don't want to like fucking single and call Lily out on this podcast, but if I'm gonna put it like transparent, you were, and I think you know this, a little in denial.
Well, I was completely in denial.
Yeah.
And even when I was in denial, I knew I was in denial.
Yeah.
But I was just like...
But you still hold on to that little bit of hope. That was me when me and Mr. Boyfriend were breaking up. I was in complete
It was
denial.
amplified because we lived together. Because I was like, Christina, we can't break up. I have 8 months left in this lease. We have to make it work.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I was almost like, I was like panicky about it. I was like, no, we have to make this work.
Yeah.
Because I've committed like to living with him, and I'm so in deep that if it doesn't work, this is going to be the hardest hole to crawl out of, which is never true. You always think it's going to be so much harder than it is.
Yeah.
But like at that time, I thought it was going to be impossible to move on. And like I used to make jokes like a year ago when like we weren't even, when we were happy as ever, like not even close to breaking up. I would make jokes like, if we ever broke up, I would move to Switzerland.
Yeah.
And like my life would be over.
I remember
like,
you told me you probably moved back to Rochester for a little bit, and I was like,
dude, like what the fuck was I talking about?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, when you're that, and like maybe at that time I would have. Maybe at that time, like if a year ago, out of the blue, he cheated on me or did something so fucked or we had to break up, I probably would have gone fucking psychotic, grippy sock behavior. But because it was like a long time coming, I was able to like process it more.
yeah.
I do
Absolutely.
think if it happened a year ago out of the blue, grippy sock. But
For you now, this is kind of interesting because for me, I was saying obviously like going through my first breakup, it was an easier transition into being okay with being alone. Second one, it was kind of like I learned all the things that I needed to. You obviously going through a breakup, living with your ex-boyfriend.
Fucking
how
unique.
But like how, because technically you're not physically alone, but you are like mentally and emotionally alone. Like how would you say that transition was for you from going from like being in this relationship to not being in it but still living with your significant other?
The living part was very hard because eventually you start living a double life.
Yeah.
Even if you're not seeing anyone else, you're just like doing things and having experiences, and when you get home and they're like, oh, how was your day? You don't really feel like telling them
you don't want to
everything
tell
you
them.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And like, even if you're not like seeing someone else, even if I spent the day by myself, I'm just like, good. Like, I just don't see the need to like, I am living for myself now.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need, like when before, like, you know, when you're in like a good, healthy relationship, you'll text them every detail of your day, and and you know, you'll call them at night and go over the whole day, which is like so cute, and that's the best. But like, I just didn't really feel the need to do that anymore. So I'm not gonna lie, like living with him has been very, very hard, and we don't even like fight or anything, but it's so hard because it's like he'll go out all night, and the next day I'm like, was he at a girl's house? Like, and if he was, I can't even ask because it's fine if he was, like,
Right.
It's totally fine if he was, and like he feels the same way. And especially like I'm hanging out with a lot of new people right now. I have like a lot of new friends, which is weird for him because he's like, who the fuck are these people? Like and like I've been going out a lot more and like partying a lot more than I ever did when I dated him. And I think, and I used to hate going out with him, and that hurts him because he's like, why didn't you like to party with me? And I'm like, because y'all weren't my people. Like, I loved his friends, but they like, I don't know. It's just like, it's a weird dynamic.
Sorry, so random, but it just reminded me because you were saying like they weren't really my people. We should do an episode on like finding your people, like, and how like it comes about and everything, like your friends and like your dynamic. I feel like I really
it's a lifelong fucking Like I've gone through so many, and I don't even think it says anything. I mean, I've said that to people where I'm like, oh, I've gone through like 10 friend groups in New York, and people probably are like, red flag. I'm like, no, that's not a red flag. It's not like I burned a bunch of bridges, but it's life. And especially in New York, like when you move here and you don't know a single person, like you just have to navigate it by yourself and go through a bunch
and just
of
learn who works with you, who doesn't, like whatever. That's a whole other episode. But
a huge lesson I have learned this year, I think the biggest lesson I will take away from this entire year, it has nothing to do with my breakup, a little bit, but is that no matter how wise you think you are and how well you can read people and how well you know someone, people, I mean, literally Christina tomorrow could be like, fuck it, I don't want to do this show anymore. I mean, like, it's not going to happen, but like, it could happen, dude. Like, people will shock you. Like, there are 3 people I've lost this year. I would have, even if I guess maybe I'd lose them eventually, the way I lost them, the way, like Martine and then our 2 friends that we've also lost this year, I couldn't have predicted that.
Yeah.
Gun to my head. Like,
no, I
still cannot grasp what happened.
I was talking to my parents about this because we were talking about someone. Oh, yeah, we were talking about my ex. When I was home, and my dad was saying, he's like, it's just crazy because I kept saying like, I thought like, that was so not like him, and everybody was saying blah blah blah, like all this stuff. My dad's like, it's just crazy because no matter how much you think you know a person, don't care if you've been in a relationship for fucking forever, you have no idea how much you know a person.
Yeah.
You don't know them that well. Like, it's crazy. You will
People
never
will always
fully
surprise
know.
you. And like, even if like you could do something, even if it didn't affect our friendship, like you could do something like fucked up and you'd be like, what the hell? And I would just be like, damn, Christina, like I did not expect you to fucking do that. Like, I don't know, people, I think that's something important to remember. Like, it doesn't mean you shouldn't trust people. I'm never going to let anyone.
I think trust everybody until, well, not trust everybody, but like,
trust
I'm
your
a big,
people.
Yeah, trust your people, but I'm also a big believer in, I think in relationships too, because a lot of people go into relationships with trust issues already, probably from previous relationships or anything, but I have this now mentality, which is like, some people are like, don't trust anyone.
No,
we're not talking about that though. I'm talking about in relationships specifically. Trust your partner until they give you a reason not to trust them.
Yeah. And I'm just never going to let people, I mean, I've had moments where I'm like, no, fuck that. Fuck everyone. I don't trust anyone. I've had those like moments in anger where I felt like that. But in reality, that is never going to be who I am. No. I have too big of a heart. I love people, and I love meeting new people and trusting new people. And I mean, you've seen, I've made these new friends from work and stuff so quickly, and I trust them with my life. I'm sure eventually one of them is going to burn me. Like, who knows, but like, there's no need to like bring that energy into a new relationship, friendship, or relationship in your life just because of your past. I don't see the need for it. I mean, like, because some people
can't help it, obviously. Like, I had not trust issues, but when I was dating Martine, I went into that relationship, I'm not gonna lie, and he knew it too, but he was so understanding and caring. I had like,
you had a lot of relationship trust issues.
Not even like trust issues. Like, I never thought that he was gonna like do me dirty,
but the thought of being in a relationship freaked you out.
Probably. Well, I had this like I mean, the simple word is like trauma from my past relationship, where like I felt like if I posted about my current relationship, if I talked about my new boyfriend, like I was gonna get scolded and hated, and like it was the weirdest thing ever, because like, obviously not, but like sometimes you can't control it, but a lot of the things you can, some of them you can't control. It depends. I mean, like, I'm a little afraid to get into a new relationship, obviously, because I just keep getting screwed over.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, relationships are just like such a fucking commitment. I mean, it can just happen, and like, you just have to let it happen. Yeah. Like, me and Christina were sending voice memos last night. Yeah. Where I was like, Christina, if I meet someone and I like them, I'm like, with my ex, I literally thought we were going to get married. Like, there was a point where I was just like 100%, there is no one else for me. He is the best guy I will ever be with. And he was great. And he is an amazing guy. And he will be the perfect guy for someone else. it's not like he's like a piece of shit or something, but he is not the perfect guy for me for a lot of reasons. And I don't know. I was saying to Christina last night, I was like, we're just having fun and we're just going with the flow and like whatever. And I was like, if I meet someone and I'm happy with them and I really like them, I'm going to fucking date them. And if it works out, great. If we break up after 2 months, super. I am no longer going to I'm going to take relationships seriously and be like loyal and whatever. But like, I'm no longer going to go into it. I've always had such long-term boyfriends. Like my past 2 boyfriends I dated for like 3 years. I just need to like chill out.
Which is not bad, but I think here's the thing. I think like going into a long-term relationship is not like a bad thing, but it's all about how you view it. Are you going into it being like everything's so serious now, like this is it, like I need to be like all hands on deck, or are you going into it being like, you know, I really like this person, we're gonna have fun, and if it turns into a fucking 3-year relationship, then great. You know, but obviously like you're young,
if we date for like 8 months and then it fizzles out, then great.
Who the fuck cares? Like it was another period in life. Like I kind of feel that way sometimes about the most recent ex, about Martine, because like we had our fun and we were having so much fun in that relationship, and that's the only thing. Like I can very happily, like very clearly say that like I look back at that relationship and look at the good times, and like I'm happy that like it went the way like it did, and like we broke up and it was sad and it like sucked, but like we dated for like, we officially dated for like 6 months, but it was more like a year because we were talking. But that entire
there
time
was a year
so,
he was in our
like,
life and it was lit.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was really fun and we had a good time and nothing was really taken too seriously at all, which is like, then we broke up and it was like, okay, well that was like a period in my life, but it was a good period of life. I had a man in it. It was good. I have no regrets. Like, you know,
I view, other than like the past 2 months with my ex, our relationship as a whole be gorgeous, beautiful, perfect, amazing. Like there was no, you know, of course there was like a few fights that we had during the relationship that were bad, but nothing that bad. Like no loyalty issues, no, like we were always happy, having fun. Like that's how I will.
You know what's funny too is like, although my 2 past relationships haven't ended the best, I never like ever really fought with my significant others.
Yeah, no. Like
me and Mr. Boyband, like we never really got into fights ever. Like maybe like one or 2 arguments once in a blue moon. And
there's usually like one, like I've noticed there's like a topic. Like every boyfriend I've had, there's
one
been, like,
topic that triggers. Yup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With my ex, it was like partying.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with others, it was like loyalty and stuff. So it just depends.
I don't even know what it was with my
Martine?
exes. Yeah. But whatever, with any ex. But yeah, I think there's just like one trigger thing. But anyways, we'll go into a whole episode on friendship breakups and all that. We honestly touched on a few different topics in this one, not only.
I don't even know what this episode is, but
I know. I'm gonna have to re-listen to it and kind of make a title for it.
I'm like analyzing my own break. This fucking episode is like analyzing my own breakup. Right
Literally, this episode is Lily's enlightenment.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Guys, just imagine like living with your ex. Like that's all I have to say about that. Like, and it's not even bad. It's just like weird as fuck. Like it's so weird. All the time weird. Yay, we love it. Like,
you okay?
Yeah. I'm just like, great.
All right, guys. Toxic confession time. You guys know that you could always send us your toxic confessions whenever on Instagram. We did a little Instagram bio update, and now the bio says DM us your toxic confessions. Makes it a little bit easier for you guys. So if you want to know where to submit them, please DM it to us on Instagram. But anyways, I read this girl's DM a few days ago, and it's basically like, okay, I'll read it because once again, stepbrother, you already know. But she goes, and this girl said, I'm listening to the Pussy Cocktail episode right now and I have a toxic confession. Shout out, Pussy Cocktail. She says, My stepbrother and I had this weird flirting thing going on for years.
Oh my fucking God. Not
Here
this
we go
again. No.
But then she goes, one night we were drinking and we made out and we almost hooked up. It didn't happen because I asked him to go get a condom and he got soft. Thank goodness I didn't fuck him. It would have been more awkward than it already is at family reunions. So she did make out with him though. And she would have fucked him had he not gotten soft before they got the condom. Y'all are like the amount of
people have
step
no
bro, step sis. Like our DMs are porn.
Dude, the lack of self-control in people sometimes is a little alarming.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a best friend. Like I used to have this best friend who I was like, I know he's good in bed from what I've heard and he's hot. It's the one that you think is hot. Yeah. And like
Hey,
a part of me was always curious, but it was
guys. Let me just tell a story quick. Let me just tell a story. Lily has a friend.
Best friend.
Has a best friend, may I say.
He's fine as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Guys, he's so fucking fine. And I met him once before. Did I meet him before that? I did. Yeah. But I guess it never processed for me. Like, maybe I wasn't paying attention, whatever. Anyways, this is my confession to Kyle. So, listen.
He already knows.
He already knows. But he already knows?
Oops.
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
You're going to have to tell me about that in a second.
Anyways,
wait. Let me tell the story, and then I need to hear all the details. Anyways, we went out one night after we recorded. He was in New York. And we all went out to dinner together. I'm looking at this man. I'm like, oh my God. We left dinner. I was like, Lily.
You're coming home with me.
This man is fine. What the fuck? He is taken, fine. And I respect that. But he's fine. I was like, Lily. Yeah, why didn't... He's spicy, man. Anyways, he DM'd me on my birthday, wished me a happy birthday, and I sent a screenshot of it to Lily, and I was like, hey, daddy.
Yeah, oh my God. Oh
Anyways,
my God.
Okay, what the fuck? You told Kyle? How did you tell him? I want to hear all the details. Tell me everything.
It was when I was home last weekend.
Great.
I told him that I showed him what you...
Come on.
Christina,
I'm listening.
She's putting a condom on her thumb right now, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with that. Like,
I'm just having...
See, like, is it really hard for them to break? Ew, Christina, what the fuck? Christina, what the fuck?
I told you to continue your story.
Last time, I was...
See, when a man says that he's too big for the condom, this is why we don't trust him. Goodbye.
No, she didn't. Just blow up. In this week's episode of Gin and Toxic,
Now
Christina will be blowing up a condom. So when I was home, I was talking to Kyle about you, and
my daddy said, "What did you tell him about me?"
I was like,
"Y'all talking about me?"
We were talking about you, and then he goes, "Oh, I messaged her on
her birthday."
And I go, "Oh yeah, I know." And he was like, "How do you know?" And I like went and found the text, and I was like, "Oh yeah, because she called you daddy in this." And he was like, "No, she didn't, bro. No, she's fine as fuck, bro." No, I was just like, "Oh my God, I live." I don't know. I always thought Kyle was hot, but like, it's one of those things you just never. It's called self-control, first of all, but also I just didn't go there because I was like, he's just my bestie.
Yeah.
Like, just because he's hot doesn't mean we gotta fuck. I don't need to fuck everyone. Okay. A lot of people. But.
I mean, I fucked, not aside from Rob last week, dog guy.
You love fucking your friends. You love fucking your guy friends.
I don't really fuck my guy friends. I mean, obviously...
There was one that was iconic.
We had a little bit of a fling for like 2 weeks during 2020.
I love when you fuck someone and then you stop fucking, then you're still friends.
And you're like you're just homies. Happened. He showed up to my birthday, was like, listen, I didn't bring you flowers, but I'll buy you a drink. And I was like, period, king. What?
I don't really have anyone like that. I have, but they're not in my life anymore. But like, it's iconic.
It is.
You're just like, it's fine.
We did a whole episode on Friends with Benefits, guys. Please go listen to it. It's a great episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, shall we wrap?
Yeah, we shall wrap. I forgot we already did Toxic Confession and everything.
Yeah,
God damn.
we
Shout
shall
out Kyle.
wrap. Yeah,
Fucking.
shout out Kyle.
Link Lone is his rapper name.
Go
New album is out now. Not that.
Go tell Kyle
He's
that
gonna live.
the G&T girls love him.
He's gonna live for this. I'm just gonna send him the link to the episode and be like, skip to this part. And he's just He's gonna be like, yo, no way.
Me confessing my love. Kyle, if you're watching this.
Just don't mind the part where she blew up the condom. Get past that. And
Kyle, let me do a little forehead kiss.
yeah. Like me
here,
trying to pitch Christina to guys, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Sometimes she blows up condoms, but other than that, she's a great girl. You really can't do better. She's fucking nuts, but you can't do better.
I tweeted yesterday and I go,
Guys.
Lily's dying. I
I've had a cough
tweeted
for 3
yesterday and I was like, the line between men being obsessed with me and men thinking I'm fucking insane is so thin.
Yeah.
I kind of love it.
Do you guys remember when I told you at her birthday party, she gave those people like the wrong impression?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So I was talking to them again, like a few days after we were doing like a
Oh
debrief.
my God.
The way I was selling you, bitch, I was like,
I
the way I was pitching you, I might as well have had a fucking PowerPoint, bitch. I was going off. I'm like, and sure, sometimes she's fucking psychotic, but she has the biggest heart. Did I tell you she's mommy? She buys me everything. And I'm just like, I was just pitching you.
Did I mention that she's my mom?
I was like, she gives to charity.
Me. AKA me.
They were like, that's great. But I'm like, guys, I cut her some slack. It was her birthday. She was messy.
I don't know what I was on my birthday. Did someone slip something in my drink? Maybe it was me.
You know what's hot? In 24 hours, we're going to be laying on a beach in a tropical island.
Literally in 24 hours. Literally started like a fart in the distance.
Sorry, that's my man on his motorcycle coming to pick me up.
Oh.
Coming, Martine. All right, on that note.
All right, we need to
goodbye.
leave. Love you guys. Make sure to go follow us at Gen Toxic Podcast. DM us on Instagram.
Pop your pussy for the vacation content, though.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have some fabulous vacation content. Make sure to go follow us. Instagram.
Jeff wants us to
Twitter.
shave his asshole tonight.
I told him I would help him. I literally
He's
said
been
to Jeff-
asking me to shave his asshole for years. And I'm like, absolutely not.
And I'm like, absolutely.
And immediately Christina goes, yes.
100%.
He's gonna have to like bend over and you're gonna just spread his cheeks and shave his fucking asshole.
And
oh my god. All right, goodbye guys.
I'll do it. I'll get that. You know, like how they use in like the old barber shops where they put the gel in the bowl and then they take the brush and they whisk it up till it gets really frothy and then they wipe it on their face and then they shave. Oh, that's really nice.
Bye guys, we'll see you in next week's episode.
All right, we love you. Bye.